What is up, chums? It has been nearly 2 weeks now since I uploaded a video. I do apologise. I've been seeing a lot of family. I've been getting my new equipment in, and it's all finally here, so I can finally start putting content out again. I do apologise, but let's get into what this video is about. And it's about Q&As, right? The first one is from Craft. He said, "What is the origins of FearADubh and why you call your subs Chums?" FearADubh came about from the term FearADubh, which is another term for Slenderman, and the A in the middle represents my first name, which most of you know is Ash. So FearADubh was basically created through FearADubh. It was going to be FearADubh, but then I thought that I would put it together, so it made it FearADubh instead. And I don't know, I think it's got a nice little ring to it. I think people will remember it. I call my subs Chums because I have a habit of calling people that I see and work with outside of YouTube Chums, something like that. And I just thought I'd develop it into YouTube as well. I thought, why not? There's no harm in it. Next question is from Mary. I'm not even going to bother trying to pronounce the full name because I'm just going to look like an idiot. Do you think it's hard to make those videos for your subscribers? It's not so much making the video that's hard, it's more, well, unless you've been making as in recording it or editing it. So recording it, it's not hard at all. You've just got to be yourself, you've just got to play the game, even if you're rubbish at it, even if you're like playing something like Black Ops and you get like 10 deaths and 1 kill or something. So long as you make it entertaining, that's all that counts. And if someone wasn't that good at gaming but they made it entertaining, I think that's what counts the most. You don't have to be good at gaming to be a gamer. You just have to show your passion for it. Editing it, I think it is hard because I spend a load of time editing and always trying to step up, changing my designs about, keeping it fresh, and it's something I love doing, and it's something I get to play about with, be more creative with. So editing wise, it is more harder for me to produce this for the subscribers, but whether it takes me 6 hours to a day, I'm gonna do it. This next one's from Codkillers Pro 1. What's your favourite thing to do in your spare time? In my spare time, I like to do many things. I like to watch YouTube videos, I like to go out and play some football when I can, I like to design movies and TV and having a nice cuppa, maybe having like a nice little Copperberg or something to have a chilled night in. I see some of my friends like every Monday, they come around and we have like this Walking Dead session with pizza, a few ciders usually, and we just sit there, chill, eat pizza, and then we jump on Minecraft. The next question is from Snake Doctor 73. What was your first ever computer/console and game? I'm going to answer this separate as in first computer, first console, first game. The first computer that I ever owned, it was called Tiny, and it was about that big. I don't know if you can see that, yeah, about that big. So the first ever computer I got is what I started designing on, and after about 4 to 5 years of having it, it completely packed in. The on power stopped working, the hard drives were screwed on it, I lost everything I did before, all the designs I had I lost, and it was kind of heartbreaking. It was like someone close to me died, and I was devastated. But that was my first computer. My first console that I probably owned, because living with like my brother and I, like he used to get like the consoles and that lot, and I used to just play them. But the first console I owned personally was a GameCube, and it was just amazing. I kind of miss it. I might actually get one when I've got more money and more time. But that was my first console, and my first game that I actually brought myself, believe it or not, was it was on Xbox 360. I think it was Alan Wake, because I don't really buy the games. Usually friends just say, "Oh, do you want to borrow this?" Or I'd say, "Oh, can I borrow that?" Just test it out. If I like it, I'll go buy it. If it doesn't keep me interested, then I don't buy it, basically. But the first game I ever bought was Alan Wake, because it was amazing. I just loved everything about it, and I've still got it. And I know it's stupid because there's like a PS1, PlayStation that I love, but the first ever game I think I actually bought was that. I'm not entirely sure, there might be something else but I've forgotten, but that's the first thing that comes to my head that I've brought. This next question is from The Golden Zombie. I'm just going to call him The Golden Zombie. Why do you have so many Twitter followers? If you actually watch my, I think it's my vlog, that's it, my thank you vlog, which I'll probably link, then it will explain why I have so much. Wildfire Ben, what are your hobbies other than games and recording? One of my main hobbies is being in a band. I am the lead vocalist, I lead the band, I book shows, I write all the lyrics, all the content. Another hobby is probably designing. I've been designing since I was around 16, 17. I've been doing loads of things. I've had my own clothing company, which I've got like t-shirts printed for. Our band has got t-shirts printed for. I've done flyers, posters, logos, done some websites, I've done pretty much everything. So I think they're my main hobbies. This next question is from It's Caliburers. What are the tips you would give small channels, Twitter accounts on growing? Basically, put yourself out there in a friendly way. Next question is Wildfire Ben. If there was one YouTuber you could meet, a big one, who would it be? I couldn't say like there'll be one. I mean, there's a few favourites that I really love, and at the moment I'm really into Littlewood. I've just got into like all of his stuff, so I wouldn't mind meeting him. He seems like a decent guy, great personality and that. Shin, definitely, he's just amazing. And probably Simon and Lewis, because yeah, again, they're just amazing together. And I know I've just named like Yogscast people, but they are like one of the biggest inspirations because they're like funny as. And if I had to meet someone else, another one would be PewDiePie, for the simple reason what he does and what he stands for is amazing. What he does for his fans and giving to charities and just being the best he can for people is something that I find and respect him for. So there you go, there's not just one, there's a couple, more than a couple there. This next one's from Snazzy Shiz. What's your end of year channel goals? My end of year channel goals would be to get, I'd say, 2.5k subscribers, views, it's hard to say about views, maybe 10k views. They're what I'm going to be aiming for the year, and I know most of you are going to be like, that's so much, or yeah, that's too little, you've reached so far, but I've reached so far at the moment, but my channel's now slowing down to the point where it's not growing as fast, it's not getting as much views and stuff, so I'm going by what I think the speed of my channel's growing at. This next question is from Kay the Wolf. Which scared you the most, Slender Prison or Posada Nightmare? In terms of scaring, it's not really, they're not really like scary, it's just the suspense and the way it draws you in and your heart starts beating and you just can't help but get into the game, and it makes you nervous because you expect something to be there. But if I had to choose one, I would probably say Posada Low, because I think that's the one that made me jump the baddest. Like when that thing appeared at that door and I bloody shat my pants, that was probably one of the worst ones that I've ever done. The next one's from a guy called Nick Wild. I'm going to call him Nick Wild because if I even try to pronounce the bit in between, I'm going to again look like an idiot. Who and what inspired you to start YouTube? One of the main inspirations is my mum. This next question is from Robert Harry. What inspired you to become a YouTuber? What has been the best thing on your journey here? Kind of answered that in another question, the first bit, but I left it in because I wanted to answer the next bit. I should have really just put the first bit up, but the best thing about becoming a YouTuber and doing this is entertaining everybody, becoming friends with people, and I think it's one of the greatest things that I've probably done to date actually, is took this step into YouTube and chasing this passion to entertain people and striving to make better content for you every week. So that's the best part of the journey. This next one is from Mr. Taco Eater. What kind of cheese do you like? What can I improve on YouTube? I like all types of cheese. The only cheese I don't like is blue cheese, or whatever you want to call it. I call it blue cheese because it's got a little bit of blue in it. It's not nice. I just like every cheese, but the best cheese has got to be Mexican cheese. I can eat that out of the packet. I can just open it and munch on that thing hard and just eat a whole block. A whole block the other day for dinner, basically, with pasta and chicken. It was amazing. What can you do to improve your YouTube? I couldn't tell you on here now because I'd have to sit down and have a look at it, but then again, it's not for me to decide on how you want to improve it, it's how you want to improve it. It's whether or not you can push yourself to improve it. So drop me a DM and I'll check some things out and I'll get up. This next question is from Dead Duncan. Who are your biggest influences in YouTube and life? I'd like to say Shin and Pewdie. And life, the main one's got to be my mum. Then there's a couple of people that are friends that are my biggest influences, but musically there's a few as well from bands that I listen to most. One of the guys is called Dan Smith, he's from a band called Listener, he writes spoken word poetry. This next question is from Kev Lazy One. What is the best way to eat cheese and which type would it be? Eat it. No, I'm joking. The best way to eat cheese is either on toast, I love cheese on toast, or in pasta, without a doubt. But them two ways, it's either them two ways or you just need to leave basically, because, or by itself actually. I love cheese on toast. I can't help it. Cheese on toast, cheese on pasta, or just cheese in general. They're the main. I just love cheese. Another question by Mary. Why did you start making videos? I started making videos because, as well as making music, I wanted to do something that entertained people in a different way. And I've been watching Yogscast and PewDie for years. They're the main two that I watched until I come across Pro Syndicate, The Gaming Lemon, and all these other awesome YouTubers and even friends. Like, I love their content. So in a way, I started it because I wanted to entertain more people. I regret not starting it a year ago when I thought about it, but thinking to it now, I'm glad I waited, because I might not have met some of you guys, and that would have been the downfall to it, because without you guys backing me and all my friends on YouTube and that lot, then I wouldn't have this awesome channel, and if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't actually be carrying it on. So that's one reason why I started. This is from Legend X Taz Fans. Which YouTuber with under 250 subs do you think will grow most this year? I think the person, or what, the channels with 250 subs or less that will grow the most has got to be Snake Doctor. I think he's got some awesome content. He's probably one of my greatest YouTubers that I love to watch. He shares like a passion for jump scares as well, like I do, and he plays some pretty great games as well. Solitary gaming, I think I pronounced it right. They're another channel. They're like a dual channel with 2 people operating it, and I feel they're going to go a long way. I can see them playing with people like Yogscast in the future, and I really hope they do because they deserve it. This next one's from Ryan Plays, and it is: where do you see your channel by next year? Subs and views. By the end of the year, I said 2.5k subs and 10k views. By next year, if we're saying middle, I'd like to be maybe pushing 4k subs and 15 to 20k views. By the end of next year, I would like to have doubled to 5k subs and possibly 25 to 30k views. This question is from YesWhack. It's basically 2 questions, but he put it into one, so I'm going to answer 2 questions in the one. Beer or ale? I don't like either. I'm more of a cider person. I drink Brothers and Copperberg. They're the main 2 ciders I drink. If you can invent a fruit, what would it be? This is another funny question that I was asking myself since it being asked. I honestly don't know. I think it would be some sort of alcohol fruit. Something that you kind of, like I don't know how to explain it. Like a kiwi kind of texture base on the the inside of a kiwi. You bite into it and you're buzzing off your tits. This next question is from Super39. I don't know how to pronounce the next bit. It's Super Kashi 39. I'm going to say it like that, but it's probably wrong. Do you like margaritas and long walks on the beach? I don't like margaritas, but I do like going to the beach. This next one's from Mr. Jungle Boy. Boy. This next one's from Mr. Jungle Boy. What's your favourite album and why? And also, what YouTubers do you think are underrated? I presume these are 2 separate questions, but again I'll answer them in one. My favourite album, an album called Wildlife by Like Dispute. The whole concept of the album and the way it's written and produced is amazing. It's flawless. There's nothing that quite beats it. But something that comes close is a band called Listener and their album Wooden Heart. And the song itself, Wooden Heart, is amazing. Listen to Wildlife and listen to Wooden Heart. Both albums are amazing. Underrated YouTubers, I think In the Littlewood's really underrated. I wasn't calling him fat. Yeah, he's really underrated. He's got some really good content, and I watched the whole season of his adventure on MC, and that was amazing. Just laughing pretty much all the way through. So I think he's underrated. Small YouTubers, I think Broomcraft. I think he is really underrated. He has got some pretty good stuff. Like, he's one of my favourite YouTubers, like friend-wise. So, as well as Snake Doctor and all the rest of them. But next question is from the infamous gamer. What are your favourite things about YouTube? One of my favourite things about YouTube is you can create a video, you can edit it, you can put whatever you want in it, and it becomes a sort of memory in a way of, like, you can look back and watch it, and people can look back on your progress and watch it. And I think that's one of the best things. This next question is from mine, Jamie. I'm gonna call him Minor. What's your favourite sport? Favourite sport is football. This next one's from Proxy. How old are you? I'm 22. This next one is from Dead Duncan. What was the first game you became obsessed over? So obsessed that you annoyed friends by talking about it all the time. I suppose the first game I really got obsessed over was when Minecraft hit Xbox. I've never been so obsessed with a game in my life. I think we stayed up nearly 2 days straight playing that game. This next question is from FearADubh. Selena Gomez or Kate Upton? And his he's asked me to put pictures of them up on the screen. So here's your pictures. What he wants me to say. Does he want me to say which one I prefer, which one I'd kill first? Who would you guys choose out of these two on here? My hands are probably covering him up, but your question will be decided by everyone else. Last thing I'd like to say is thank you for the 400 subscribers. Thank you to the recent people that have become a chum and just been a part of the Fear family. It's just been great. I've got new content up on the spreadshirt, and the latest t-shirt has got more people wanting to buy than any of the other t-shirts, and hopefully they'll start making a sale soon and I can start getting t-shirts myself to give away, to wear about and that lot. So please comment, rate and favourite if you enjoyed the video. My series will carry on for Penumbra. Part 2 will be out next week, as well as my Minecraft adventures as well. That's going to start. So that's all I've got left to say. Subscribe to become a chum today, become a part of the Fear family, and thank you for watching. Peace out, guys.
Find too many keys. Oh, you shit, there's not one on this toilet. Oh, go away!